Good morning, children. How are you? So, in the previous class, we have discussed about the changing of the governments from monarchical governments, how there was a transformation of the government to democracies. Okay, so we have discussed about the two revolutions, that is the revolution in Britain and the American War of Independence. Okay, so this uh, I think you are going through the lesson. Okay, so uh, I'm going to ask you a few questions. What is the civil war? What is civil war, children? So civil war is nothing but that is the war between within the country. So that is called as a civil war. If we do some war with other countries, that is called as the war. And if the war is within the country between two groups, that is called as a civil war. So we see this situation in England, and a civil war broke out between the parliament and the parliament party and the king's party, and slowly there was a transformation of power from the monarchy to democracy. Okay, so next in the American Revolution we have seen in some other situation. So there was a here in America we see some war. Okay, America was a colony of Britain. There was a war of independence, and in this war the French helped America to gain independence from Britain. Okay, so next in this part of the lesson we are going to discuss about the French. Okay, children. So in France, what is the situation? So what is the French Revolution? So what is the revolution, children? Do you have an idea what is the revolution? So revolution is a sudden change. Okay, how this change occurs then? By some fighting. Okay, the people will be aware of some problems that they are facing. Okay, and they raise their voice together against the government, and they bring some change in the government. So that is called as revolution. So in French we see this kind of revolution. Okay, so what was the situation in French at the time? So French has the monarchical government. So what is the monarchical government? The French was ruled over by the king. Okay, so here in 1774 Louis XVI became the king of France. Okay, so France, the monarchical government was there. In monarchy, as we know, generation after generation, their sons and grandsons will become the kings. Okay, this Louis XVI became the king of France in 1774. Okay, children. So here he found he became the king at a very early age. A very early age became the king. Yes. So and he was only 20 years then, and his wife was Mary Antoinette. Okay, so this Mary Antoinette, she was a bad-tempered lady, and she used to influence in a wrong way. She used to influence and she was luxurious. So she was not even aware of the people's what are the problems they are the French in the French society they are facing. Okay, so when these people came, he became the king. So he found that the treasury was empty. Okay, so what is the treasury, children? Treasury is so we know what is treasury. Okay, so that is the place that is like a bank, a treasure. Okay, all kinds of treasure, money, and whatever the wealth is there, that is preserved in a place. Okay, this pleasure, the treasury was empty, and the king thought, so what's the reason behind this treasury? Well, emptying of this treasury. Okay, so then he came to know different reasons why so. Okay, when he became the king, Louis XVI came. He made an analysis why this treasury is empty. First one is war. Okay, France was engaged in the wars for many years. Okay, because of this, there was a lot of expenditure, and this is one of the reason for the emptying of this treasury. Next, one more reason is Palace of Versailles. Okay, Palace of Versailles. Okay, this Versailles is a palace. It's a very huge palace and very beautiful palace, which is in France. Okay, and so for the maintenance of this palace, it took a lot of expenditure. Okay, if there is a palace, what do we need? We need to clean up it. We had to always we had to maintain it, and for this maintenance, we need some people to maintain it. Okay, so this because of this um, Palace of Versailles, the king needed lot of money for the maintenance. And one more thing, American colonies from, so France helped the American colonies to get independence. Okay, so we know that about this in the previous lesson, in the previous class I told you about this. America, in the American War of Independence, France helped American 13 colonies of America. They got independence from Britain with the help of the France. Okay, okay. Next one, for this France has to take a lot of debts from the from money lenders or feudal lords. Okay, for this it has to pay 10% of interest. That is a lot of interest. Okay, and other than this there are other reasons also. What might be the other reasons then, children? Other reasons are, that might be the other reasons are the maintenance of the people, maintenance of and uh, other activities, like the king will be having others, so he has to maintain his army, his own expenditure. This all, these were the reasons for the emptying of the treasury. Okay, so here now the treasury is empty. Then how can he get the money? The what is other way for getting the money? Okay, so he has to impose taxes on the people. Isn't it? The government, how do the government get the money? Government obviously get the money from the people itself. Is it not, children? So for how do they get the money from the people? For that they had to impose tax on the people. Okay, so before going to this, first we should know what about the society. How was the French society divided? What are the reasons of the war, long-term causes of the war, and also what is the, how is the society in France divided? We will see in this. So we will continue in the next video, children. These all topics.